Welcome to the Creation Evaluation Station. On today's episode, we are going to be evaluating this Lego Jurassic World Dominion Tyrannosaurus and Atrociraptor Breakout. Gotta love these long tight names. Well, the dinosaur names are long, and then it just makes the whole title even longer. But yes, that is what we are looking at today. And if you're not familiar with my channel here, I do reviews, in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but other products as well. I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works, such as movies, video games, and cartoons. Because they're in-depth reviews, they can be on the lengthy side. We look at the parts, we look at the building techniques, we look at the figures, look at everything. Because of that, they get long, and we also have timestamps conveniently down below, so you can skip around to the parts you're most interested in, or you can use them for bookmarks, so you can come back to the video later. When you have more time, or whatnot. So, I finally got to see this movie, and so we will be talking about this in regards to the movie. Not until later, but we will be. Although there's some things I could say just by looking at the front. But we got to put it together first. But before we do that, let's take a closer look at that front. Nice big diorama, that's for sure. And the back. I love these backs that have these dioramas showing the dinosaurs compared to humans. There's the human there in the corner. But yeah. There's that, showing all the special stuff. Let's turn it down there, get the glare out. And as far as the details for the set number 76948 is for ages 8+, 8 and up. 4+ is said usually just for the 4 sets, but you know what I mean. 8 and up. Has 466 pieces and retails for $79.99 on the Lego website, which last I checked it was still available. They are new sets, so though, with the movie coming out, maybe more people will be wanting to buy them. But check it out there. There's a link down here, or down in this description, so you could quickly jump over there and take a closer look for yourself, or if you want to buy it or whatever. This is not sponsored though. I just put them down there for convenience sake. And see, did I miss anything on this? No, that's it. So, got some dinos to put together, some vehicles. Let's go break it down, open her up, and check it out. We have the contents of the box here. Got a good sized instruction booklet, and we have some stickers, not too many. Don't look like they might be necessary. You don't like putting stickers on like me. We have 1 bag, 2 bag, 3 bag, 4 total bags that are numbered. We have 1 more and 1 other item to go. Let's not forget the bagged up T-Rex, and then the bulk of the Atrociraptor without his jaw, which I'm guessing is in a bag. The last time I had one of these, there was 2 jaws in that set. We'll find out if we have an extra jaw again. Here's our first bag, and it's not just bag 1, it's also the bag dino parts. So there's the T-Rex opened up so he can breathe, and the Raptor. We have a usual brick separator. We have quite a few plates in here, large plates. Long bricks as well. We've got quite a few panel pieces. Guessing for the truck, but might be for the walls as well. Owens in there. And we have quite a few smaller pieces as well. Some 1x2 cheese slopes. Some of the curved pieces. Got some dots, transparent dots. And yes, we have 2 jaws for the Atrociraptor. Which means that this is not a mistake. I don't know why they would put 2 in there unless they are worried that they're more fragile pieces, so they need replacements. There's not much else you can do with these. They're very specific parts for a very specific reason. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this bag. It looks like a lot of pieces, but it's not really. It's just a lot of big pieces. On to bag 2 here. We got more plates. Got a bunch of Technic beams. Not quite as much as the last one, but we still have plates and beams and stuff. But quite a few of these. Well, 4. That's a good number, though. We have these in a tan color. Quite a few of them as well. Usually they're blue, unless they're... yeah, that's unusual. And we have a lot of regular black pins as well. We have the bad guy in here. Delacorte. That's his last name. What's his full name? I'll get it eventually. But yeah, there's a little bit less in here than the last one. On to bag 3. And here we have probably the rest of the truck. We have the wheel wells, we have the tires, and the steering wheel. And a lot more pieces that look like they are parts of the truck, including the windshield. Some other clear parts that probably are also windows. Tops. Hoods. Got some yellow dots, clear yellow dots. Some other clear pieces, probably for headlights and things. And that's about it. There's not much here, but this seems like the rest of the truck. The last bag must be the whole building, which it is a big bag. We'll look at that in a moment. And we have the last bag, and we have a lot of large plates, wall pieces, other structures here, some big chunky bricks. This is definitely the most of the building here. There's quite a lot of pieces overall. Look at all of them. And we have our last 2 characters in here. I'm surprised they didn't divide one up into the last bag since there wasn't any in there. Got quite a few other smaller pieces in here as well. Slopes, plates. Oh, and we have another creature in here. It's not a dinosaur. It's a spider. Spider, 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 spider. Not too much of an interest. We got some, like some railings and other, well, that's probably the flagpole. There's a flagpole, there's a flag. Other little bits and pieces in here. Drink gun. It's like that. It's like amber pieces. That's not a printed amber piece though, like some of the other ones. One of these nougat colored bricks. I'm not sure. Fencing, ladders, whatever you want to call those pieces. Yep, quite a bit here. Here we have our leftover pieces. Plenty of dots and single studs and stuff. And we also have the jaw. What am I going to do with 2 extra jaws now? I don't know. But we also have an extra pistol, which is nice. And a lot of other little doodads and stuff. And we also have the obligatory leftover brick separator. Here we have our cast of characters for this set. Get my list so I don't get the names pronounced wrong. Probably still butcher them. Well, I don't need... The first one's Claire Deering. I also included the spider here. If we're going to include the dinosaurs, we better include the other critters as well. So we have a little spider. I only have Claire Deering, which I don't know if she appreciates the giant spider next to her, but We have Owen Grady, of course, and we have Soyona Santos. Now, I watched the movie. I didn't catch her name. There was a lot of action happening at that point in time. But yes, it's Soyona Santos. And we also have Rain Delacourt, our two bad guys. And everybody's armed except for this Deering, Claire. Too bad they didn't give her her zapper thing, but they don't really have a piece for that. But somebody needs to make one. Owen's got a pistol. These two got trank guns, though I don't think they were using trank guns on him in the movie. But let's strip them down. Here we go. Have them, and let's say her. All the torsos look good, just generally speaking. They did a really good job, actually. Maybe it could be just a little bit more, but still, it's much better I've seen against this color, the white on her shirt. That one's about usual. Now, this gal here, Sonia, one could say that this should be opaque, except if you see the movie, what she's actually wearing is rather transparent, so the black would come through. So I'm not sure if I really should be complaining about that or not, because that's kind of what she was wearing. And we got Rain here, and his trench coat that doesn't have sides to it, like usual. So pretty much the same thing we've seen in other sets. I don't know why, but Owen seems more grumpier in this set. At least that phase does. Anyways, let's spin them around here. Everybody's got a second face here. Got the happy and the sad faces mixed up. Oh well. The backs of everything looks good. I mean, they're pretty basic on the back of the clothing. They look like the back of clothing with all the wrinkles and stuff. The faces look good. Yeah, no real complaints there. So I don't know if you could consider this an issue or not, but if that is the only thing that's actually pretty good. Here we have our T-Rex from this set, and I must say I like it better than the one from the 4+ set. I mean, the light bright green kind of grew on me, but I still like this one overall better with this color scheme. It's got the same basic pattern, it's just used different colors. He's got the basic movements. He's got his double lip chompy jaws, rotating neck, can also move up and down, rotating legs, anti-studs on the feet, rotating arms, can hold on to little minifigure items or poles or whatever you need them to. Studs on his 2x4 studs on his back, and a rotating tail that also has a rubber tip. Yeah, I like this much better, and I really like the color scheme considering the rest of this set. He has a very deserty, dirt colored type, and it really works with the rest of the set since it takes place in stone walled areas and stuff. Kind of makes you wonder if he didn't change his colors to match his surroundings so he blends in more. But I like this guy better than the other T-Rex. The other one wasn't bad, but this one looks much nicer, the color scheme. Here we have the Atrociraptor. I like this guy's color scheme. It's complementary, but not quite so similar like the T-Rex, which is browns and tans. He's got this bright orange, and looks more dangerous, you know, screams danger, danger. I believe this is the same mold as the other one. I have to go get that, and we'll probably look at that in just a moment. But let's look over him specifically. He's got 2 anti-studs, 1 on each foot, which actually come important later in the set, and 1 stud, hollow stud on his back. And he also has open and shut jaws. Chomp, chomp. And he's got 1 claw here where he could hold onto a peg or a minifigure accessory of some kind. And overall, I like these new molds, even if these, I'm not sure if they're the same or not, but either way, I like them because they hide the rubber really well, because this is not all plastic. There's like rubber in his tail, and it actually moves up his back, but you can't see the seam very well. Something that's very evident with the other dinos, including the T-Rex there. You see those seams where the materials meet. This is really nice that you can't see it. I mean, it's not super important, but it just, you know, speaks improvement. Like, I don't think they're going to change any of the older dinosaurs, but going forward, if they make newer dinosaurs and stuff, we may see this more blending and whatever technology they use to do it is pretty good. Now this guy, yeah, he's same on each side. Let me go grab that other raptor just for the sake of it. Here we have him with his brethren, and yes, they are exactly the same mold. I just wanted to check. It's surprising how color can mess with your eyes and make things look different than they are. But they are the same exact mold. Definitely different color, especially this albino one. It's basically, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be albino. That's why he's got the red eyes as well. But that's this guy. Look pretty good together. Running off. Here we have our black market scene, like I call it. It's not the name of the set. It's the T-Rex and Atrociraptor Dinosaur Breakout. But I'm just going to call it the black market. Now that I've seen the movie, this is definitely the black market scene. This also attaches to another scene, or another smaller set, that is also part of this scene. This whole segment, I should say, of the movie. I'm not going to spoil anything, but yes, this is a black market. Where they keep the dinos to do things to them, sell them, whatever. And this looks really good together, like this. Definitely gets more bulk looking together like this. When you take the truck out, take the dino out, it starts thinning out. But this is the overall pick. We'll sort of look at things closer, although we'll look at things together here because things work together here. Like, we'll look at the truck closer, but the truck, you know, works with this. It goes inside here, and there's a plate back there, and I don't know if they've done it on purpose, but that, you know, kind of prevents the truck from just roll. I mean, you can push it through, but it keeps it from accidentally rolling out. So you can, you know, have your scene without a runaway truck. But there is the truck, and it's a tight fit, but it fits okay. I don't know how easy it would be to drive into something like this. Probably wouldn't be too hard if you're familiar with driving trucks. But yeah, it fits snug in there, but it's part of the story. It's part of the movie. The truck's important. We'll see more, because if you haven't noticed, where's the Atrociraptor? He's inside the truck. So, we'll be looking at that closer as well. Actually, let's start doing that. I've already looked at the T-Rex. So the T-Rex, well, no, before I go any further, the T-Rex is part of this. I mean, he works with this whole scene. Now, T-Rex wasn't in the movie. It was an Allosaurus and a Atrociraptor that were in the movie. So it's inaccurate in that aspect. Either Lego wasn't aware of that, or secondly, they wanted to put the T-Rex in a different set than the other dinos, because, like, he could have been in one of the other sets, but it would be too many dinos in a set, so they want to spread them out. And I mean, they don't have an Allosaurus figure, but they do have already have a Carnotaurus figure that they could have put in here. So that's why I'm sort of complaining, because they could have done that, but they didn't put him in here. I think they had specific reasons. One, like I said, they weren't aware of the full scene in the movie, although how they got this truck to look so good like the movie truck, I don't know. But maybe they got pictures of the truck and maybe the background and the set and everything else, but didn't find out what dinosaurs were going to be in the particular scene. This guy works because it's kind of set up the way it was in the movie, and this is called the T-Rex and Atrociraptor Breakout, Dinosaur Breakout. And you know what they like to do when they break out? They like to break out. Their legs get broken. So yeah, this is designed that the T-Rex gets angry and comes busting through. Yeah, so it's built main to break with simple couple stud connectors, so that they fall apart much easier, and you can have fun making the T-Rex escape. That said, let's push that aside, look closer, look at this truck. We'll look at the rest of this building when we get done. I'll move the characters off the side. There we go, there we go, there we go. And here we have the truck. That is a nice looking truck. And yes, it looks very close to what we had in the movie. What's really nice is this back here is not permanent. It actually can be popped off and let loose, and then you just, have your basic truck. Which looks very nice. Before we get back to the back half of it, the top and the windshield pops off. And the reason why is if you just took the top off, it's still a tight fit in here, but taking the windshield off, there's enough room so that you can put a character into the driver's seat. Would recommend taking the guns off, although there kind of is enough room in there, but they would be like holding it off to the side. Excuse me. Just like that. And there we go. He's in the truck, ready to drive away. The truck is pretty nice looking. There isn't too much remarkable about the build. It does use some nice pieces for certain shapes. I like this bag here. And not too much. I mean, the bed is more for function than anything else, but I mean, it still looks like a bed of a truck. I mean, bed needs to be flat so you can put stuff on it, but it's designed just a little bit here, so it's got some studs showing that you can easily, which is exactly how this is put on here. It's just, it connects to those studs. You gotta backwards, no, line it up just right, and yeah, and then it's attached. Don't pick it up like this, because it is only attached by a certain couple studs that are off, holding it like this. Now the truck rolls really well. Those are some great tires and wheels on this thing. Boom! Hit the T-Rex with this. He'd probably go flying if they got it going fast enough. But let's take this bag off and take a closer look at this. This is pretty cool, and it reminds me very much of the raptor carrier that was in the first scene of the very first Jurassic Park movie. Like I said, they like to sneak in references and sets and parts of sets they go back to that. Now, they did use something similar in this movie, but it wasn't quite like this. And what's also great about this, for one, we open up the back, and there's a actual floor that you pull out. And the raptors, you can put 2 raptors in here, and that includes the raptor from the other set, the albino one. In fact, I think they even have them color-coded, because this is the color, the navy blue one, and then you have the white one. You can put the albino one there. But he's got to go the other way. Like, to put him in, you'd have to put him in like this. Or else, you know, if you try doing something like that, his tail's going to stick out. But and this is where I was saying that anti-studs are important, is for these 2 studs here, and it holds them in place. Now, they're not shackled, but they're also supposedly trained, so that could be why they're not shackled in or anything like that. And this is pretty much hollow on the inside, but it does have some built nice runners for the these round 2x2s to slide across, so it can, you know, get some nice movement there. Got these little things here that make it easy to pull out, like so. And a little bit hollow here at the bottom, but that's okay. It gets covered up with this so you don't see it. And 2, it saves a little bit, you know, extra parts and space. But the container itself looks pretty neat. Looks, you know, something industrial like you'd see. It's got some heavy armored pieces in these sand blue color, which is actually a kind of interesting color to use for that. But shove him back in there, put it down, like so. And I guess the door swings in a little bit further without the stuff inside there, but here you go. It's even got breathing holes in there. Right here, along the side. So let's look at the rest of the building here. Now, there isn't too much to it. We gotta kind of put things back together, which isn't too hard. Like this in here, and put the pillars back on, like so. Now let's flip it around. Well, I really like these lights. This nice build there for the lights. Then over here we got some other stuff, like we have amber, we have some eggs here, and some kind of skeleton. Don't know if they're covering it up and using it for selling it off so people have the DNA so they can make their own dinosaurs, or what's going on. Now, this is, as you can see, not a very solid set. I mean, it looks a little bit more solid from the front. You look at it like that, but part of this is meant for the imagination. Obviously, this would be covered up here. There'd be more cover here, but that's where they kind of, you know, save some money for its size. Also, on top, we have our little spider. This is where he hides off, nice and safe away from the dinosaurs. How spiders survived the dinosaurs. But anyways, there's not much to this, like I said. The T-Rex fits in here. You have to get him in a certain pose, or if he stands too upright, he's not going to fit in there. And in there, put his neck through there. Now there is a plate back here, and you can get his anti-studs to sit there just right so he doesn't move around too much, but it's not necessary. And I already broke the window. Actually, that's not supposed to break like that, but it did. Oop. I get his neck through, and then like that, and I'm gonna try to. There we go. His studs are connected back there, I think. And there he is, back in his little pen doorway confined area. Can't be very happy there. But yeah, there's. What's that? Oh, characters' guns. But that's it pretty much for the set. Let's head back to the desk and give it a final review. Okay, back here at the desk, before I get onto my thoughts and the final eval, I just want to say that we've hit 50 subscriptions! Actually 51, last I checked. Yes, while I was working on this, the number hit the big 50. I'm very excited for that, although we need to keep going, so let's keep that momentum going. I guess the next big one would be 100, but I think I'll be satisfied with 75. Let's go for 75. We obviously need much more than that to get monetized, but this is a very good start. Let's keep at it and share with other people that would be interested in these videos, and get them to check it out and subscribe. I have a flag in my mouth. Anyways, on to the review. Overall, I'm happy with this. I feel like the building could use a little bit more substantial, but they've got to cut corners where they can cut corners, and that's what you end up getting. Looks still fairly decent despite the cutting of the corners. Other than that, I like the set overall. There's, like I said, the actual movie, there was no T-Rex in this scene. They could have put the Carnotaurus in here, which they have a Carnotaurus. There was a Carnotaurus and an Allosaurus. They don't have an Allosaurus figure, but they do have a Carnotaurus figure. So they could have done that. They didn't. I don't know why. There could be a couple reasons. Maybe they didn't know what dinosaurs were in it because they hadn't seen the special effects. They did the visuals with the special effects, because this truck looks really similar to the thing in the movie, and even the overall feel of the building or whatever feels like it's from the movie. So either they weren't aware of what was going to be in that scene, or two, they wanted to put the T-Rex somewhere because they don't have them in the really big set. And if they put him in there with the other two dinosaurs, it would have made for a really expensive set, just saying. So, I don't know what their thinking was with that. Everything else looks really good, so, matches the movie, I should say. It's not like the T-Rex doesn't look good. But everything matches the movie, so, that they were trying. There's just some reason or other that they didn't do it. So, let's get on to the eval. As far as appearance goes, everything looks great in here. I really like the colors of this T-Rex better than the other one. Its color scheme, whatever, even works with the overall appearance of the set, so that he kind of blends in here. Which I find interesting. And the Atrociraptor looks good. He's really nice pattern on him, and the truck looks really good, although you can't see much of it because it's backed up here and it's got the back hatch open. But you can see my other earlier. I actually do review that specifically, but everything looks good. I mean, you got this little side area here where there's some tables and things going on, and It looks like some kind of, you know, grungy, questionable black market. Um, so appearance got a 10 easily with this. Now function, there's a lot of cool functions in here. The way the back of this truck, the crate that goes on the truck is designed with the ability to put the dinosaurs in there, the raptors, including the raptor from the other set, so they both can go in there. It's really nice. You got the breakaway function here, which this is much better than some I've seen. I mean, it looks like a solid building, despite maybe, you know, the little gap here. But other than that, it looks like a solid building. And then, you know, they love their breakaway stuff. Other functions were there. The raptor. The truck rolls really well, along with the stuff in the back, the breaking of the building. You know, there's a lot of stuff here. It works fine. It's not anything amazing too much, but so overall the function, I mean, everything works as it's supposed to. So it got a 9. Nothing amazing. Now for fun here, there's a lot of fun. You got the breaking out of the T-Rex. You got 2 dinosaurs here to play with, the raptor and this. And this truck works really well. And just all the different things you can do with the truck. Take the back off, put the raptor inside, or, you know, do other things with it. The building offers plenty of play area to do stuff, because there's flat parts here on the roof you can play, along with the area on the ground and the little area over here. So fun there got a 10 easily. You got 2 good guys, you got 2 bad guys. I mean, whose side the raptor there, the dinosaurs are on is, well, their own side. There's a third faction here. But as onto technique, well, there was not anything super amazing here. You know, pretty standard fare for the building. The gimmick to get it to break is nothing too amazing, you know, just less stud contact, so it doesn't have as hard a grip on it. And then you just take the T-Rex and shake them all about angrily. The trailer is, I mean, it comes out as a neat thing, but it's pretty basic how it's built. There's nothing too amazing in how the truck is built. Pretty standard there. And overall, I ended up giving technique a 9. Like, there's nothing amazing here, but what's here is fine, passable, works good to get the job done. So that brings our total average, when we add it all up and divide by 4, to a 9.5, and that is the final eval. It's 9.5. Overall, yeah, I like this set for what's here. It's pretty good. Now, as far as price, we're not grading it, but it was, oh yeah, it's $79.99 and has, how many bits? 466 parts. You do that math, and it comes to 17 cents per piece, which is expensive, but even though I'm not grading this, I will say I think that's still a fair price for that, because there are a lot of big pieces. You got the T-Rex for one, boom, there's a big chunk of money there, and there's a lot of big pieces with the building and stuff. both plates and bricks that are large, and even the truck's got some large panel pieces. This door, there's a front part that's the same part as the door. There's a lot of larger pieces in this, making up the bulk of the pieces, or shrinking the piece count, you should say. So 17 cents I don't think is too bad, considering it's also licensed. It's a little on the stiff side, but if we think about it differently, like, okay, so it's $80, $20 for the T-Rex automatically, so that brings us down to $60. Got the little raptor. They're not the full-size raptor. I don't know how they considered them. I wouldn't quite consider that $10 worth. Now the other raptors, maybe the regular older raptor design, I could see being $10 with more moving parts and stuff on it. I still think these are more around $5. But the truck itself is pretty dense. It's heavy, it's dense. Plus you got the trailer in the back. I could easily, truck could be maybe $15, $20, or maybe, well, combined with the trailer and the dinosaur, definitely $20 there. That leaves you got 4 figures, and the building is more like 15. So maybe $10, $20 overpriced a little bit. I think I'm looking at $60, and we got $80. Yeah, so it's a little overpriced. It's not terrible, but also if you enjoyed the movie and you also really like the scene, which this scene, the whole black market scene and the scenes immediately after, really cool. So I could see people wanting this set. Yeah, it's got the wrong dinos in it, but it still has large carnivore, gonna eat people. That, similar aspect to it. So yeah, that's it here for me. We still got 3 more sets to do with the Jurassic World Dominion, and then I'm also going to finish up what other Jurassic Park / Jurassic World sets I have, which I think there's another 3 after that. So we got a few more Jurassic World sets to go, and we'll be done. I will have an overall view of the Dominion sets. I don't know if I'll do an overall video or not over all the Jurassic Park sets that I own. We might do one that's separate from the Jurassic Dominion. It's just, you get so many sets, and it's becomes harder to manage and decide what when you're comparing the different sets with one another. But yep. Oh, and I'm also going to do a video talking about previous. Whoops, T-Rex is trying to break out. But the previous sets that I've already reviewed in regards to the movie. It's going to be its own video. It's going to cover multiple sets, and it's not specifically on the set. Like, for the most part, I'm judging these by a Lego set, not based on the movie. I do mention it in this one, but I haven't mentioned it in the other videos simply because I hadn't seen the movie yet, and the movie wasn't out yet. But I will be doing that retroactively in a single video. So you can look forward to that. I probably won't do that until I get done with the sets. I want to get all the sets done. Then I will go back and do these other more special videos. I'll do that, and then probably go back to the last remaining Jurassic World sets that I do have. So tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, of course. And please, of course, like, subscribe, get that subscriber count up. We're up to 50, yay! So exciting. But yeah, like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Share with others, have them check it out. If they want a channel that does in-depth reviews of Lego sets, you can see parts and stuff and just get a general idea what the set has in it, and if they want to purchase it, that's kind of what I want to do here, and also just kind of catalog what each catalog Lego sets that I have. But yeah, that's it for me here at the Creation Evaluation Station, reminding you that creativity is key.